So I'm super humbled and honored to be here tonight. So we are at the Wonders of Wildlife Museum and Aquarium here in Springfield, Missouri. You know, it's right at the main Bass Pro Shops headquarters. And the IGFA Hall of Fame is housed inside the aquarium here, and I am getting inducted into it. So just an incredible honor to me. If you look at the names on the wall that have been inducted into the IGFA Hall of Fame, especially in the bass fishing realm, it's a real short list. So really humbled. We're just about ready to get things started. I've got a lot of friends and family here, and we're gonna have a great time, man. Again, I'm just so beyond humbled.
And our next inductee has seen it all in such a big way. He is a giant among men and a bass fisherman hero, Kevin VanDam. This gentleman has done it all so well. He's won an Emmy, or an ESPY, excuse me, he's won an ESPY. Nobody wins an ESPY. He sure did. Give me a hell yeah, right? On behalf of the IGFA Board of Trustees and our members worldwide, I am honored to induct Kevin VanDam into the IGFA Fishing Hall of Fame.
Man, what an honor to be in this room. You know, before I get started, one of my bucket list things was always to catch a tarpon on a fly. Now I think I'd some marlin on a fly after what I seen. I got to talk to Nick after this deal, but no, he's the guy. It's really special to be here. You know, the IGFA Hall of Fame. This is, like you said, it's the big one. You know, I mean, when you look in that hall right there and look on those walls, there's not a lot of people being recognized for bass fishing in there. And the ones that are the who's who in the sport. And a lot of them are great friends and mentors to me personally. So, you know, I started just like everybody else. You know, you talk about it. The thing about what's special about fishing is the people. And it takes a passion to start that. And, you know, getting kids involved in fishing it's not hard. And just every kid is drawn to it. I know with my boys, you know, right from a very early age, that's all they want to do is they want to skip a rock or chase a frog or do anything. So it's not hard to start that. And that's something that Sherry and I are very fundamentally, you know, passionate about ourselves for the future. You know, as you experience things in life, your motivation changes. You know, I was so competitive for so long that all I want to do is win tournaments. That's what was my focus. But as you get a little older and you see things, your priorities change a little bit. So, you know, I've been so blessed to be able to chase a dream that I never got into fishing thinking that I would make a living at it at all. Matter of fact, my grandfather told me, what in the heck are you even thinking about doing, wanting to fish tournaments? There's no money in that. You can't do anything that. You can't be successful at that. And I was real fortunate that my grandfather got to see a little bit of my success before he passed, you know, in that very beginning. And, you know, without my parents, just like Nick said, my mom and dad, God, I wish they could be here tonight. They're both still alive, but they've got some health challenges. So my mom and dad are at home, and, you know, hopefully they're watching. It's never easy. They're watching on Facebook, but they always supported me. They didn't deter me when I had this crazy dream, when I started fishing tournaments, when I thought about saying, hey, man, I wonder what it's like to jump out there on the Bassmaster circuit and just see what Roland Martin is all about, or Rick Clunn, or the guys that my heroes that I grew up with, a lot of them, again, on that wall. And, you know, I'm very proud to call those guys my friends now. I mean, really, all of the Hall of Famers in the IGFA Hall of Fame, from Homer Circle to Jerry McInnes to Ray Scott. I mean, talk about a guy that had an amazing dream. You know, I had the pleasure and the honor to know them all, meet them, and call them my friends. And of course, Bill Dance and Roland Martin, Hank Parker, Jimmy Houston, Rick Clunn. I mean, I modeled my career after the way that Rick Clunn pattern fished and things like that. So all of us that go out there and think that, hey, you know, what I'm doing isn't important and I'm not really necessarily making an impact on other people, you're really wrong, because everything that we do is being watched, especially now so more than ever. With social media, with YouTube, with all the visibility that we have, good, bad, and indifferent. We all are in the spotlight, and we can all be a champion for the future and conservation and the importance of ethical practices and for sport fishing. It's something that we all love. So that is something that's really critical to myself and Sherry going forward, for sure. That's something that we definitely want to work on. And, you know, I've been super blessed. I love my job. I don't know why I decided I needed to start a new television show, but we decided that after 33 years of tournament competition, that just wasn't enough. And it's because I love it, though. And she's put up with a lot with me, and my boys, they've sacrificed a lot. I've got my twin boys here, Jackson and Nicholas, and they're our greatest accomplishment, for sure. You know, I'm saying they've put us through a little bit over the years. They were born really early. They were born way before they were supposed to be. They were only 1.9 pounds and 1.11 pounds when they were born. So they were keepers, though. But over the years, you know, they've grown up into great young men. Nick's girlfriend, pretty steady girlfriend, I might add. Jocelyn is here as well. And we have a lot of our, you know, friends here as well. So I've got a whole table of friends here. And that's the whole thing about this business, is that what makes it really special is the people, right? It's the people that are involved. It's friends and family. And the friends that I have with it, they're not hardcore anglers, but they appreciate and know what I do, and they appreciate, you know, we just share an incredible friendship. Like the Jurgens, we went to elementary school together, and they're here. And Cutshaws, Lambricks, I mean, our kids grew up together, and we've had a lot of fun together. You know, we drink a couple bourbons together occasionally. We have a lot of fun across the board. So, you know, family and friends are really critical. I grew up in a fishing family. You know, my brother owns a big sporting goods store and marine dealership, retail store. You know, we sell a lot of bass boats, a lot of things like that. We help a lot of people have a lot of fun. We provide a lot of information. And so we're a fishing family. We know the outdoors. We love the outdoors. And it's all what we've ever known and done. And so, you know, to be here today is such a blessing and an honor across the board. And I could have never done it. You know, first and foremost, the most important people over my career are the people that have supported me, and that's the fishing fans. Fishing fans in general, especially bass fishing fans. They can be special some days, but they are hardcore. And that's true in really all of sport fishing. You know, people get very dedicated to it. You know, my cameraman Brandon right here, he is a hardcore walleye salmon fisherman. He loves it more than anything in the world. And that's what I appreciate about fishing, and the people that love fishing is whatever they take it to, whether you're fly fishing, competitive tournament fishing, marlin fishing, whatever it is, just take it to the next level and have that passion and show it. So that is really, really important. You know, so the fans are incredibly supportive. I've had unbelievable family support again. I've got 4 brothers and sisters. They've kind of grown up all around it. Our whole world revolves around it. You know, I've got great sponsors. I've had great support over the years. First and foremost, probably the most impressive thing is the staple that I've been able to have and keep. So from day one, I've been sponsored by Nitro Boats and Bass Pro Shops with Johnny Morris from the very first day of my career. And that's something that I am super proud of. Johnny, as we all know, is the greatest modern day conservationist there is. He does more for the outdoors, for fishing, to get people involved in it than anybody else. And he's the most humble guy ever. I'm super glad to see that he's out with his family and friends elk hunting. He sent me a note here. But there's a whole staff here, from Bob Zemer to Dustin and Lauren over here, you know, that showed up tonight. They're incredible. They live it. It doesn't say fishing pro shops out there. It says Bass Pro Shops. So that's something that I'm really proud of, and for that relationship that I've had with them. And I've had a lot of great sponsors. over my whole career. I mean, long-term sponsors, Strike King, Lose. I'm not going to name them all, but they're just people that are dedicated just like us. But at the end of the day, the most important thing and the only person that truly knows is her right there. So Sherry has been through it all. She has lived it all. She sits behind the scenes, has my whole career, doesn't want to be on camera, doesn't like to be in the spotlight, but she's always guiding the ship, whether it's our family or it's our business, it's what I should do in the future, things about the television show, how I tie my tie, everything. She manages and handles it all. I mean, we've been a great team. We've done a lot of amazing things together. We've got a lot more to go, but even a lot of my close friends and family just don't know what she's meant to me and to my success over all of these years. The only person that truly knows is me, because I live it every day, and I couldn't love her more than anybody. We've been married. This is going to be our 34th year, so that we're going to celebrate in December. So, and that's not easy, especially when you're a fisherman, right? I don't know what she was thinking when we first started dating, to be honest with you, but I'm so proud of her. I'm so proud of the job she's done with our boys, with our family, and just the person that she has helped me be, and the things that we've been able to do just on a small scale. I mean, I've learned that it doesn't take a lot to be able to make a difference. And we put a lot out there all the time. We try to do, there's so many great organizations. The IGFA is so important for the future of sport fishing. There's so many great organizations. The Bass Fishing Hall of Fame, they do a lot of conservation work. The Congressional Sportsmen's Foundation, I work with them too. I mean, we have our Kevin VanDam Foundation. We all can make a difference. So it's not hard. It doesn't take a lot of money. All it takes is a little bit of time and effort. So I urge everyone, if you love this sport like I do, just take a little extra time, volunteer, help some of these organizations, get the messaging out. I mean, we've got a big year coming this year with the election coming. So we need, as sportsmen and women, we need to have our voices heard. And, for the future of fishing, for the next generation, for my kids and hopefully my grandkids someday, that's something that we're really looking forward to. So it's such an honor. I want to thank the IGFA for giving me this privilege. This is the most incredible spot that you could possibly accept an award like this. I mean, I've been to this museum many, many times. If you've never been here, if you're watching at home, you've got to make this trip. This is a really, really special place. Johnny has done an amazing job here, and it was so awesome. We went through the museum before, and the aquarium before the ceremony tonight, and to watch the kids at all of these exhibits, just the laughing, the giggles, the questions, the pointing, all those things, that's why we do this. And that's what's important for the future, and for the future of fishing. So I know that I can say that, my dad and grandparents used to talk about the good old days of fishing. I think these are the good old days right now, especially in freshwater fishing, bass fishing, things like that. In a lot of situations, fishing is some of the best that it's ever been. And it's due to sound management, great conservation practices, and the anglers themselves taking care of the resources. So education is so critical, and it's so critical. I know I've probably taken a little longer than what I wanted to, but it means so much to me to be able to, have a career like I've had, but still be a voice for the future, and to make sure that fishing is better in the coming years than it is in my past years. That is something that means the world to me, and it's something that I'm going to work. I'll never retire, I'm sure of that, but that's something I'm going to work to forever. So thank you so much for this honor, for this night. It means the world to me. trying a little bit.
Yes, sir. When you are a bass fishing legend and a member of the Mount Rushmore of bass fishing, you can speak as long as you wish, Kevin, because your words are so impactful. That was awesome.